Hey, what's up, you guys? I'm Josh, and welcome back to another video. And yeah, it's pretty late. I didn't mean to make this video at like almost 10 o'clock. I mean, over here it's 9:34, but still. Usually my intentions are not to always make videos so late, but sometimes it happens. I've been very exhausted for the past couple of days, and as you can also see, a piece of my glasses broke. So, I hope you don't mind the stupid tape here. Uh, you know. So we gotta talk about well, sadly we gotta keep talking about YouTube and how they keep messing up on their own website. And I know lately I've been kind of pumping out crap lately. I know I haven't really been able to kind of get into what I really want to, kind of talk about. Honestly, I still want to talk about the new Predator figures made by NECA as well as the Ninja Turtle figures. I really, really want to talk about that stuff. Luckily, it's not too late because little by little we get like small little reveals of like the packaging and some of the new stuff that are coming soon. So you know what? All is good in the realm of toy collecting. But as for YouTube, well, no, it continues to somehow be the worst website as much as possible, which I don't even think how you can even do that, honestly. And it sucks because honestly, where else can you go? What, you want to go on Vimeo or something? Nobody wants to use Vimeo. Honestly, I remember when during this pandemic, my graduation was, I'm gonna say flat out, it was garbage. So literally, to watch like the graduation ceremony or whatever, showing everyone that's graduated, we literally had to go on, Vimeo, and oh my dear God, what a mess that was. But that's a story for another time because we gotta talk about YouTube and their botting system. Now I know what you mean, right? Which one? And it's bad when YouTube has so many different issues going on with their botting system. It is ridiculous. And honestly, in this case, it's not exactly their bots that's the issue, but it's the kind of the weird bots that come out of nowhere in a lot of YouTube channels. Whether you're a big or small creator, you keep getting like these very weird, disturbing comments where it's not even like that, but about like I want to say maybe yesterday or maybe the day before. I honestly don't remember. I've been tired. Okay, my head is like not pounding, but like it's kind of it's I'm exhausted. So I do. Hopefully I don't get the dates wrong. So a YouTuber Jacksepticeye, right? So he actually talked about this where he noticed how in a lot of the comments section he started to notice how there were some comments that were kind of like posting, like saying the same stuff over and over again, kind of like a copy and paste situation. But then when you look at the actual YouTubers, the commenters' profile, it tells a very weird story. And I'm sorry to say that we're going to get into some inappropriate territory. So, if you're a kid and you're watching my channel, why? I mean, come on. I've talked about stuff that shouldn't even be remotely for kids. Come on, I could still be, you could be a toy collector. You could be, as old as you want. All right. It's not kids only thing. All right, YouTube. Don't think we didn't forget about that Kappa thing, but that's also another story for another time because again, it's the most dumbest things YouTube's has ever done. And even then, I don't even know how much it falls upon them with the whole Kappa thing. But even then, well, these are two different situations, obviously. The thing with the comments, it's hard to say it, but I'm just gonna say it flat out. All right, for some odd reason, I'll use like an example. Of course, let's say you'll get something like, "Oh, I love your videos," where and then one commenter says that, but then you look at another comment and it's saying the exact same thing, like a copy and paste. But then when you look at the profile pic of the commenter and the name, they say stuff like, I don't know, "sexy girl," "click here." And I swear, I'm not joking when I say this, but they legit have like, a profile pic of like a girl's ass and shit. And I'm like, I know it's only a profile pic, but is that allowed? I don't think so. Like, that's just such a weird thing. And it's like, the most scariest thing is, I remember this. This actually happened to me one time on my old YouTube channel. I actually had a commenter with like a funny name and a profile pic like that. Now, obviously, I don't really know how that goes. All right, I don't know if you go on the person's channel and if it's like a virus or something. I highly doubt that because there actually was a situation like that. about like a year ago or two, I don't remember when, where there was like a commenter, I think it was called like Logan, and it was like a kind of like a weird virus type comment or something. I don't know. Like a lot of people said that if you go on it, basically bad shit will happen to you. I don't know if you'll get like a virus or something like that. I don't know. Because from what a lot of people said, you don't just get a virus from clicking on a comment or something like that. There has to be like something like much more deeper than that to actually cause an issue like that. Because what was weird about the Logan comment was that that channel was actually known for like changing its name over and over and over again. Like for an example, the name of the person will be Logan, but then if you click on and go to his channel, it'll be a completely different name, even though it has the exact same profile pic. But the thing is, YouTube has a rule that you can't keep changing your name so many different times. I think they give you like maybe 2 or 3 tries, and then if you keep attempting to change your name, they're gonna be like, oh, you're gonna have to wait like maybe a month to change it or so. I remember when I first started YouTube, obviously I didn't know what I wanted to call my channel name, and at one point the channel name was my full name, and obviously I don't want people knowing my last name like that, unless I become famous. That's different, of course. That information can be blasted, but we're not at that point. So so, and I'm looking at my phone now, and I'm trying to look at some examples too, because honestly, like you'll get like commenters' names being like tap me to have sex with me, and I'm like, I'm sorry, what I mean? Is that a joke, or is that something serious? But the thing is, what Jacksepticeye mentions is that he's seen a couple of times that these comments were actually spammed over and over and over again, like probably more than 10 or 20 times, and I'm like, how does that go precisely? Because I'm pretty sure YouTube does have a rule against like spamming and all that. Heck, I remember I had a situation like that on my first YouTube channel, of course, where I remember I'm guessing somebody must have commented some, over and over and over again, but I guess maybe they were joking around and kind of, put some curse words in there and all that, and then automatically their comments started, just stop showing up. And I had a situation where I had like one of my, who I thought was a good old pal. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know. He got mad at me because apparently I wasn't replying to him, and he felt like, sorry, I was deleting his comments, something like that. I mean, this is kind of unrelated, but what I'm trying to say is that doesn't YouTube kind of have a thing against spamming, or do they give YouTube creators the option to like kind of fix all that? I don't really know exactly how it goes. But the thing is, a lot of these bots, they do tend to kind of spread around, and they could definitely get into some pretty dangerous territories. And allow me to share my side to this, because I've actually talked about this before in the past, where I think it did happen maybe a few times on my second channel before I had to leave that one too for a very stupid reason. But we'll get to that in a bit. I started getting like these weird comments with links. I don't remember if this was during the Godzilla vs. Kong hype or the Godzilla King of the Monsters hype. I don't know, because I was huge into Godzilla, right? I mean, I still am, but my older channels were mostly dedicated to that genre, and because of that, well, that's kind of why I wanted to start all over with a new channel, because brand new me, brand new content, that Godzilla stuff, I'm only doing it just a little bit, not as much as I used to. All right. Too much. And basically, I was trying to avoid spoilers, but I thought that that's what people were doing in my comments. They were putting links in there. Somebody was like, here you go. And then they put a link to some website. I didn't know what it was, but like an idiot, I clicked on it. And what do you think? It was porn. Yeah, that's fun, right? That's the most stupidest thing you gotta deal with, right? Porn bots. Okay. I thought this was a secured website, YouTube, but I guess not. I mean, what else is new? This YouTube literally has like a YouTube channel dedicated to Live Leak, which is literally a shock site, or whatever you call those. Live Leak was a website where you could see some people getting killed and all that, in gruesome fashion. But that website was deleted eventually, but obviously remnants of it is still left around somewhere on the internet. So basically what I'm trying to say is that YouTube you don't know what the hell you're doing. The fact that these issues are still going on to this day, it's kind of pathetic, really. And now that you're getting bigger YouTubers calling out stuff like this, and nothing is still being done. And honestly, okay, I get it, right? It's a big issue. What can you do about it? Okay, you can only get rid of these people one way or another. And oh no, wait, wait a minute. Sorry, I'm looking at my live chat, and for a second, I thought somebody legit put a. Okay, no, all right. Sorry, I apologize. All right, because not to sound like a dick or anything when I say this, but according to a lot of people, apparently a lot of these porn bots, apparently some of them are created by people that are actually from Russia. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, now you're trying to find an excuse to hate Russia, huh? And I'm like, no, let's not compare just to what's going on now with Ukraine. Okay, I'm just saying, I'm just kind of spitting out what's the information that's been given. All right, if that's where a lot of these comments come from, well, that's where it is. All right, you know and the scary thing is that even if you delete the comment or whatever, the person will keep coming back. So it's like, okay, so just block them, right? No, these people will literally like create more and more bots. Like I had times where I swear I had like 5 links to like porn sites and all that in one video. And I guess that I got so mad. And then I got people telling me that's actually, as sad as it is, that's actually a normal thing that happens on YouTube. And I was like, what? And it's like, I don't get it, so it's like, how long has this actually been going on for? This probably going on for a very long time. All right, and I get it. Okay, you got some like some computer hacker or whatever probably knows his way around the system, and maybe he or she finds a way to kind of go through the system and kind of, I don't know, do stuff like that. All right, and YouTubers, like I say, I'm not the only one to really talk about this type of stuff. Everybody else has. The example I'm trying to set out is that it doesn't matter how big or small your YouTube channel is, you're going to be getting weird stuff like this happening to you, but you really shouldn't, right? It's like what Jacksepticeye says. Whenever comments like that kind of spam around, and then the next thing you know, they spread into other comments and kind of start to get into the whole harassment deal. It shouldn't really be, and he's right, it shouldn't really be our job to kind of, report them and all that. The system, YouTube has like a weird system. I don't know who's keeping an eye on it. All right, I'm assuming they probably have their own bot as well, keeping an eye on everything. But the thing is, their bots are so stupid and brain dead. Honestly, this is not the type of job that you should be letting a computer do. You should be letting an actual human, an actual person working at YouTube actually keep an eye on this type of stuff. And then when they spot it, they know exactly what to do. Because long story short, YouTube bots, they're not helpful at all. They're really not, like literally in a video, if you curse too many times or whatever, they'll probably like remove your video for inappropriate content or whatever. And trust me, you know how many YouTubers I've heard, talk about that, where their videos were like either demonetized or even taken down because they said so many curse words in it. Which makes no sense, especially with the whole COPPA thing, where now we're given the option. Well, not the option. We're kind of forced to really say if our videos are meant for kids or not, right? That's annoying, but, that's what we have to do. But what I don't understand is that if you put your videos that are not for children, how come we're not allowed to curse and show whatever kind of weird content, we want, Obviously, we're not going to get into some, like, super explicit content like nudity or blood and gore. Of course we would never do that. Who does that? And I know what you're thinking, right? Well, that's what a shock, that's what a that's what it's called, a shock site, a shock website. Whatever, I don't know, you get the idea. That's stuff that you could just find around the internet. That obviously doesn't need a home here on YouTube, and stuff like that should not be allowed. And I'm saying that because I find it interesting. You can still find stuff like that here, literally on YouTube, and it's not like their videos are taken down or anything. They're not even age restricted. That just shows you how lame YouTube's system is. They're legit garbage, and honestly, it's like, what else can you do about it? Again, who's running the system here? Who's really doing this, and who's to blame, really? Should we be blaming the bots, the spammers, the tech wizards, that are sending out this stuff? Or should we get mad at YouTube because obviously, if we need their help to kind of secure this problem, they're not really doing anything about it. They're just kind of letting it be. and it shouldn't be that way. Mind you, again, you get like commenters where names like tap me to have sex with me, and there was another one too. There was a different one where it was like, oh no, even worse. Sometimes people will put like random stuff like Sailor Moon, and then their profile pic is an ass. Uh, your unknown friend, and then it's a picture of a chick with huge boobs. And I would show it to you because I'm actually just watching Jacksepticeye's video and he shows the comments. But then again, like I said, knowing YouTube's bots, I have no idea if I could get in trouble for that. You know, I mean, I've showed like stuff on YouTube all the time, okay, through my phone. All right, look, I do this stuff live, okay. I can't do some fancy editing and all that, okay. And look, I think I'd rather keep it that way, all right. I'm more of a simple person. I don't think I need to go to the extreme to start paying for expensive stuff, you know. And I think you guys could respect that, right? You know, I'm just saying. And it is very windy outside. Okay, whatever. The weatherman here makes no sense sometimes. So that's kind of the issue here with YouTube. It's sad that we're still at this point that we're kind of having these problems. And honestly, I get it. Okay, you're sick and tired of hearing it, and so am I. But there's a reason why a lot of people talk about this stuff, and it's because it's relevant. YouTube still pretty much screws us over with this type of stuff. Not to mention that there's a huge like weird double standard too. It's like, we're not allowed to do some things, but then all these other people, they're allowed to do all this weird stuff too, like sending out links to like disgusting, degenerate porn sites. And we're not talking like Pornhub or anything like that. No, 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 no. We're talking about those very, very what are those websites where you're definitely bound to get a virus if you just click on it, and that's horrible, Heck, it doesn't even matter if it's secured or not. Like literally, I remember in the past, whenever there used to be manga that I wanted to read, I'm a huge manga collector too. I don't really talk about it that much. I barely mentioned it in my other YouTube channels as, but because was never really, of course, the topics of my videos. But obviously, I used to collect a lot of manga, and it's like I've kind of ran out of room. Basically, I can't buy no more books, even though I want to. So sometimes I had to resort to going online. But then the problem is that if you go on these websites, sometimes they do tend to have those weird pop-up viruses. I mean, you know how many times I got those viruses where it's like, oh, if you don't click this or something like that, your PC will shut down. I have no idea. You get those weird type of stuff, or those weird pop-up ones that be like, hey, you're the 1,000th person to visit our website. Click here to redeem a brand new phone, and then you're gonna get like blue screen to death. So honestly, if you fall for that stuff, I'm sorry, you're an idiot. I gotta say that. All right, it's true. All right. So I'm just saying, when it comes to these bots, putting links like these and then you click on them, I'm just saying a lot of those websites, you click on that, you have a good chance of getting a virus on your computer, then boom, you can say goodbye to all your precious memories, all right? If you're on your phone, that's horrible. That's the worst feeling in the world. If you got a lot of precious photos in there, you better make sure you got them backed up at least somewhere, all right? Because you never know when all that's going to be gone because you just click on these stupid links. So far so good. It hasn't happened to me yet. It probably will. Let's be honest. I don't know how it goes. Like I said, it's very on and off. It doesn't matter if you're a YouTuber with like thousands or even 1,000,000 subs, or if you're a very low tier YouTuber with just 100 subs. It don't matter. They will still target you no matter what. And just because it hasn't happened to me yet, that doesn't mean that it's not happening to anyone else. It happens to a lot of people. I have my friends tell me, everyone has dealt with that same issue where they're getting like these weird bots with, asking for like sexual favors and all that. And yes, that has happened too. I forgot to mention that they do kind of ask for some stuff like, hey, click on my profile, even though it's literally just a YouTube channel. What are you going to get out of that exactly though? I don't understand. Or do we got like little Timmy getting off from just like one tiny little picture right there? You're kidding me, right? That shit's like a circle. Remember back when when we used to have like the square, as the profile, you know what I mean? Man. And trust me, those were back when YouTube's wasn't the huge fuck up they are, but this is kind of what we gotta deal with. So, we'll hang in there, all right? We'll be just fine. But of course, it's good that we keep talking about this, because Obviously, we're not going to go away. Okay, we're not going to stop because we got these issues going on. It'd be ridiculous if we stop because of all this. Because even though it might be avoidable in the long run, you never know when it starts to become unavoidable. I can only imagine that there has to be a YouTuber somewhere online that probably deals with this stuff every day. Maybe not. That's unlikely. You're not always going to keep getting those spam comments on all that. I'm just saying because it did happen to me one time on my first YouTube channel. That same thing. Yeah, there was a time where whenever I posted my videos, in order, not random, in order, I actually did got those weird, comments with those links. Doesn't matter how many times you delete the comments or block, the person, they keep coming back. And I definitely wonder if it's the same person too, because sometimes you go on it and it tells you when they created their channel, and it's like it's not too long ago. So it's like, oh, so this person only created this channel like a few days ago or yesterday. So, what's going on here? What are we supposed to do? And it's obvious YouTube has a system for that. For an example, EDP445, right? The huge Eagles fan turned, getting caught in 4K. The meme, right? You guys heard of that meme? Yeah, and then he got his channel deleted, and from what some people have said, he tried to make a comeback and make like a new YouTube channel, but then that got deleted pretty quickly. But that was only speculation because no one can really find like a video or some proof of it. So most likely he probably made the channel but hasn't made any videos or uploaded anything, but then it got deleted, by YouTube, no matter what, So I have no clue what the hell is going on with this. These people obviously got some other priority going on. YouTube, it pretty much shows. YouTube doesn't really care about their audience. They only care about the people that make them the big bucks, or I don't know. They only protect the people that I guess protect their name. I don't know. I can't think of a big YouTuber that like protects YouTube from the stupid stuff. I mean, think about it. This website has done so much stupid shit throughout its timeline, whether it's the adpocalypse or that time that they literally got rid of comment sections randomly because of the whole weird pedophilia comments that were kind of going around family YouTube channels. And I don't even know if some of those channels ever really recovered. That's kind of the funny thing, it's kind of it was a really, really weird situation. I mean, honestly, I don't really know what else to say. The fact that this, again, I don't want to be a broken record, but I am. But why does this keep happening? Is it Susan? Is it the CEO? Are we gonna have to start talking to her about this stuff? Because long story short, she obviously won't listen. I mean, for crying out loud. Some people have speculated it, but I'm kind of wondering too if she's the reason that the whole dislike button was taken out because of her. Because she got her own YouTube channel, but she got massive dislikes. So I don't know. I mean, it's a good question, but oh my god, my head hurts. Not too much, but just sort of, just slightly, just thinking about this stuff. I'm not so much aggravated. I'm just like, here we go again kind of attitude. That's where I'm at really with this, because this is really stupid, honestly. It really is. How is this good for business, honestly? People and these people wonder, like when it comes to like news channels and all that, they wonder why they don't like YouTube so much, because that's kind of like a weird thing too with like a lot of news channels. They always got like this weird thing against YouTube. I wonder if it's because of stuff like this. I wouldn't be surprised, but you know what? Only time will tell like what's gonna come. Maybe this problem will get fixed somehow in the future, but only time will tell. So until then, we kind of have to close it at that. And of course, if YouTube does something stupid again, well, we're gonna call it out again, no matter what, because we have to stand. We have to make a stand here. All right, we have to kind of. You have to tell them straight up that this is bullshit, and you gotta fix this, because we can't keep we can't keep track of this stuff because it happens so much, and like I said, you can't move anywhere else. Where else are you gonna go? YouTube's all you got. So because of that, well, you know, as you do, I'll just end this video here, and then we just move on with our day, and then I'll make the next YouTube video I was gonna say YouTube channel. This is like my third YouTube channel, by the way. I had to legit leave my last two. First one was because wasn't really going well, kind of died out. Second one, something pretty bad happened, and I had to leave it, and it's still active, but I do plan on deleting it sometime in the future. So don't plan on going back to that channel. Also, if you're subscribed to those channels, come to this one, all right? Because this is my permanent spot. This is where I'm gonna stay. All right, so definitely I'm gonna stay here. I ain't leaving. So hopefully, maybe tomorrow I'll try to make another video. I mean, why not? I'm tired, but I'm not as bad as I've been for the past couple of days. I mean, I do work, so that kind of contributes to that. I did a little toy hunt too. So, I found a Splinter and Shredder figure, so that was nice. Thank you, Walmart. You got good stuff in there for once. Them and their very, very shitty customer service. I mean, to be fair, I mean Target. I remember a couple weeks ago when was it 2 weeks ago or was it a week ago when I bought the Channel 6 News crew from the Ninja Turtles. I remember too the staff too. You could tell they were not in on it that day. They were probably stressed out or so, but still, don't take it on the customers, please, please. All right, I'm being nice, I swear. You know, but that's just the crazy world I live in. So we can end it there. Don't worry, I'm not sick. Something just went down the wrong way. Anyway, so yeah, eventually, so for the next videos, hopefully I'll be able to talk about the new, NECA figures and all that, and we'll go from there. So until then, hope you guys stay safe out there. If you're not subscribed to this channel, subscribe. We're almost at 200, so that's pretty good. It's pretty good. If you like this video, leave a like. If you dislike it, dislike it. What is wrong with me? Don't worry, I'm not like sick or anything like that. That's just my digestive system acting up. So yeah, have a good night. See ya.